Yo, can you speak?
I'm
Yo,
speaking right now.
all right, got you. All right,
Okay.
all right. Sorry everyone for the wait, but yeah, we're gonna be judging the Incredibox Beatbox tournament number 3. I got my boy, my loop friend judge K42. So for people that don't know how it works, how a judging stream works, it's we're gonna watch the wild cards, we're gonna talk about it, and then we're gonna judge it. Fairly simple. So we are going to get started with the loop wild cards. This is going to be a top 4, and it's ranking system, so means basically my opinion, his opinion. Yeah, basically, for example, first there are 6 wild cards, so first place gets 6 points. Blah 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 blah, and yeah. So we were on simple, but I guess we have to start all over because the
How far did you get in?
I was like towards like a minute, and then I think you.
Okay. Oh, I don't remember, but it was really early when it cut out.
All right, I guess we could just start like 30 seconds
Yeah.
because it was like the intro. Just, yeah.
hmm
But anyways, Simple Z.
This roadblocks. Don't let them stop because it ain't stopping. What the fuck?
That was the first one. What do you think, man? What do you think?
It was uh it was it was good. It was pretty messy, and he did mess up and scream no, but I had him. I think I had him 5th out of 6 because it wasn't super bad. It was just a little loud, but come to be expected from Simple.
Yeah. For me, I would say I really like the kick. The kick was a nice one. I do like the kick. And I like his originality because I mean it's an original track, Life is Roblox. But I do agree with you. I do feel like the sound design was really off in most parts, and I feel like he had a bunch of mess ups. I feel like the wild a little bit cleaner. I felt like it could have been executed more perfectly. But I mean, right now, since he's my first wild card I've been watching, technically he's my first place until right now. Uh, um, Next up, we got Meliorum. If you guys don't know Meliorum, he was the judge from the last Beatbox Paradise Top 16. Really nice guy, super amazing looper. Meliorum from Taiwan, and yeah.
Yo, I'm Mayor. I'm from Taiwan. This is my loop station workout for IBT 2023. Yeah, here we go.
That was amazing.
It was that was yeah, that was good.
All right. What do you think, Matt?
I think it was really good. It had a good amount of sound design. I think the arpeggio at the beginning, the recording of it was a bit a bit clunky for me, and I think he had like 1 or 2 mistakes in there, and kind of halfway through it got a little repetitive, but I have him third on my list.
Yeah. For me, I really like in the second part where he added that snare, the ch. I felt like that was a really nice placement of that snare into his track. Yeah, I do agree that the arpeggio could have been a little bit better, and I do agree with the mistakes. But honestly, for me right now, I'd move him above simples. So first Meliorum, second simples right now. So next up, though, we have Retainer, and if you don't know Retainer, he is the third place from the Beatbox Paradise Championships of the loop category. Uh, yeah, he made it all the way to small finals. Yeah, so let's get into it. Retainer from the United States.
Oof.
So that was Retainer. What do you think, man?
He created a nice atmosphere, but I think if we can't like a wildcard competition, this wouldn't really go far because as a song, it didn't really have any progression in anything towards like there's no track effects. It was just more or less just kind of I don't know, but it just didn't have like a progression and it didn't have what a good track would have for a loop competition, and sometimes it felt a little repetitive, but yeah.
Yeah, for me, when it came to the atmosphere, I feel like if we had to rank this with like points, I feel like he would get a lot on the musicality and the creativity side of it, and the sound design because I do like it. It's a really nice atmosphere. I do feel like it's a really unique type of style when it comes to a loop station. And Retainer definitely brings that into his tracks, but I do feel at the same time that he wouldn't make it that far when it comes to to the complexity side of a loop station because I feel like the drums are kind of like hidden from the track. So yeah, I feel like for me right now, I would say Meliorum, Simples, Retainer for me.
Yeah, I mean, if I haven't done it beforehand, that's where that's where I'd be at right now.
Yeah. Next up is Sebi. I don't think I've heard of this man. I might have forgotten, but yeah. Oh, he's from England. Yeah, I've never heard of him.
Yo, this is Cryfix in Denmark, and this is my.
that was pretty good. Sebi
Yeah.
had had was great, had great structure, and had done his mix sounded the best out of the wild cards we've watched so far, because it didn't seem like he had really any mistakes, and I think he was one of the. I mean, you can really hear the kind of track effects that he used, and he's second on my list in overall.
Yeah, I feel like out of like the one, two, three, four wild cards we saw, um, it's a really amazing track. Um, yeah, I really like the atmosphere he brought into the track. It was a really nice. It was like a really nice vibe. I didn't really find them repetitive. Honestly, I felt like towards like the half part, I could feel him like changing it a bit, and yeah. For me, I liked it, but I wouldn't really. Actually, I'm gonna move him first. I'm actually gonna have him first right now. So for me, it's Sebi, Meliorum, uh, Simples, and Retainer. That's my list so far. It's probably gonna change because we have Cryptix and Master, two really good legends, and yeah, we have Cryptix now.
My wildcard for the Incredibox Beatbox Animated Loop Station Edition. What's good, man?
That was a good wild card. The beginning melody on how it was recorded was unique. I know I saw that he had some problems recording his beat, and when I first heard it, and I still kind of believe this, but I don't think it should have been a house track. Honestly, I expected like a different kind of beat. I didn't expect the Boots and Cats one, the house. I kind of thought it was going to be something different. It still works. It just, I think it would have been better if it wasn't that. And the sound that the special sound that he did, after he recorded the beat, in some times felt in some time felt a little off time in some places, but overall I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like I'm agree with you on the. I feel like the atmosphere for me, I expected like a drum and bass track for a second. I didn't expect the house track, which I like. I like the suspense that he he, for people that are not judges, people expect a different track, but then it comes to a new track. So I like the atmosphere and I like the creativity of it. Honestly, I think it might be one of my favorite ones that Crichton has done that I watched. Um, and yeah, but for me, I'd have him third. So for me, I'd have it's gonna be Sebi, Meliorum, Crytix, Simples, and Retainer so far. And we have one more wild card to go, and that's gonna be Edmaster, the Irish vice champion of the loop station category. Uh, yeah, he actually judged the Beatbox Paradise wild cards in the loop station category for AVH. Really nice dude. Really nice judge. Uh, yeah, let's check him out.
My name is Ed Master from Ireland. This is my wildcard for the Incredibox #3 Loop Station tournament. It's the last minute decision, so yup.
That was top tier wild card. I think something that I see here is something that the other loopers could not really do as what he did was have such a had a really strong opening. It was just he got that little sound and then it was straight to it. And I didn't really notice any mistakes. I'm sure there were on his part, but how good he is there, we couldn't really notice. And I never really got bored. It was what is the word? It wasn't repetitive really at all. It had a lot of sound design to it, a lot of elements to it. And yeah, it was first on my list. And I forgot to mention Cryfix was fourth on my list.
For me, one thing I really like is his performance. I really do like Edmaster's performance. The fact that he's like, even though like you can't physically see him, like you could feel the atmosphere of his beat and how he's hyping up the crowd with that track. Like how he would hype up a crowd with this track. I really like that one kick. I felt like that kick really fit into everything in the beat. I didn't really notice any mistakes. Like if he did have any mistakes, like that's on his part. Like I didn't notice it that much. But yeah, okay. So for the big reveal, these are gonna be my top 6. My first place will be Edmaster from Ireland. Second will be Sebi from Italy. Third will be Meliorum from Taiwan. Fourth will be Crytix from Denmark. My fifth will be Simple Z. And my sixth will be Retainer from the United States.
That is my exact rankings. Like we both had the exact same rankings.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, we both like down to each number. Yeah.
Oh damn.
So basically,
That's crazy.
me and you were the only two loops. So the list you made is the current results.
Yeah, because technically, so Simples would have. I mean, Edmaster would have 12 points.
Yeah.
Sebi would have points.
Yeah, it would just be going down by 2 each time, so it'd be 12, 10, 8.
Meliorum would have 8 points. Crytix would have 6 points. And yeah, Simple's 4 and Retainer 2 points.
Yep.
But yeah, those are the loop wild cards. So we got that sorted. Now we have the hardest decisions we have to make.
Yeah. Oh, and it's my wild card first.
I mean, technically, I'm judging. You're good. I'm judging by alphabetical order. So.
Oh.
So you're safe. Yeah. So basically, we have a bunch of wild cards. We have what 17? I'm guessing. Let me check.
Yeah, we
have 17. We have 17 wild cards. It would have been 18, but Bloodhound ended up dropping out, which is kind of sad. I really want to see Bloodhound in this. But yeah, we have bigger weapons, Bullet, Jaffs, Jargon, Jeg, JSU, K42, Light Mix, Luff Neely, Quasar, Reaper, Stirrup, Storm, Tebbles, Thunder BBX, Typical, and User. We got those out. D-Wayne already has his rankings, so we're going to watch all of these, and I'm going to show my sheet, and then we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to do my ranks. And yeah. So let's get into the weapons from South Korea.
My beatbox name, bro. What the fuck? Wait. Give me 2 seconds.
Yo, what up? This is Bigger Weapons from South Korea, and this is my IBT solo wildcard submission. I'm holding my phone and I'm recording this shit. Fuck it, bro. It's outside. Close the blinds. You can't run. You can't hide. You can't hide. You can't hide. It's outside. You can't hide. You can't hide.
Yeah, that was Bigger Weapons from South Korea. That was a really nice wild card, you know. All right, so this is our sheet courtesy of K42 that we're gonna be judging on. So how it's gonna work is structure is gonna be out of 20, technicality out of 20, cleanliness and originality is gonna be out of 10. And I got my totals here, and then that little space where it says my ranks is where I'm gonna put my final rankings out. Yeah. So, what do you think, man? What do you think of this wild card?
It was pretty good for the most part. I think the technicality was up there, and the structure was there. It sounded really nice. I think he had a few mistakes, but yeah.
Yeah. For me, I feel like he had the ideas. I feel like in most parts they could have been a bit cleaner. Structure was not that bad. Technicality was not that bad. I like the combos. Cleanliness could have been better, honestly. Originality, I like the origin. Some combos are really original. I like that. That was a really nice thing to be added. So for me, I'd say structure. I'm gonna give it 11. I feel like actually no. I'm gonna give it 12. I feel like in most parts it could have been a bit better. Technicality, I'm counting like the structure and the cleanness of it into my technicality, so I'm gonna give him 12 and a half. Cleanliness, like I said, in most parts you need a lot of work in them. So I'd say I'm gonna give him an 11. And then originality had original combos and everything, but I wouldn't rank it that high. So I'm gonna say 6.5. But 42 points. It's not bad. 42 points is not that bad. But yeah. Now we have Bullet from Malaysia. A lot of good people in Malaysia. I mean, you got Stitch, you got a bunch of other people like Levy, JP.
Well, from Malaysia, and this is my walkout for the solo category for Incredibox Beatbox. Do a switch. To throw it down. Throw it down. To switch.
Yo, my name is Lachnili. I'm from
That was Bullet from Malaysia. What do you think?
It was good structure. I think I don't know. I could say it was a good wild card. It was yeah.
Yeah. Structure was there. I do like that. Technicality was there. Cleanliness, I feel like it could have been, the tempo could have been there in some points. And original combos. So I'm structure, 13, tech, I'm gonna give it 13. Cleanliness, I'm gonna give it 12 for that. Originality, I'm gonna give it 7. So 45.5. So yeah. So that's gonna move him to the first place so far for me. And then now we got we got Jaffs. If you don't know Jaffs, he is also one of the judges for Incredibox, but he is judging the loop. So yeah.
That was terrible. Hi, this.
For at the beginning and for most of it, maybe for a little, except for really at the drop, it didn't have a lot of structure and there wasn't not much complexity. It was kind of simple, and I think it was wasn't as clean as you'd want it to be. The drop I feel like was really the most complex, and even then it wasn't really there for me. But it was pretty clean for the most part.
Yeah, I feel like for a moment I thought he was doing like a house type beat, and yeah, I feel like in most parts the structure needs a lot of work. I like the technicality. I like how clean the case snare is, and I do like the bass. That bass is a nice variation. I think it's inward. I'm not fairly sure. I think it could be a type of inward, but yeah. Structure. I'd say he had a lot of like little tempo mistakes, so I'm gonna give him an 8. Kind of harsh, but yeah. Technicality, I'm gonna give him 11. Uh, Cleanliness, I'm gonna give him an 8.5. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep it an 8. And then originality, I'm gonna give him 5.5. So 32.5. Now we got jargon. So we now have jargon. I forgot where he's from. He's probably gonna say it, but yeah.
And this is my wildcard into the Incredibox Beatbox tournament. Thank you for you, ladies and gentlemen, tonight. Bloodstains won't make it matter, got good things, got you. Hoops and everything, get back, never get back too soon. Are you lonely? Are you there when I'm on the room? Do you want me? Only part of it when you choose. Is it real? Is this something that you cannot touch? Do you feel? Do you feel like I give too much? Is it real? Something changed in the way you talk. You were lately, you were trying to be the one on top. Coming down, come and treat me like you should. Gonna drown, come on, give it to me, love this good. Trying to get back too soon.
It was. I liked it. I liked the wild card. I liked the singing. I think it was a little too there was a little too much of it. I think at the beginning, but I did like it because it was a nice singing. And for the drop, I want to mention is that his snare and the drop really just didn't hit. It was kind of bogged down a little bit, and it couldn't really hear it very good. But for the most part, the structure was pretty good.
Yeah. For me, I liked the singing. It was a really nice thing. It really did help with like the originality points. It's like really original and everything. I do feel like he should work on the technicality because like the snare and the other stuff, I feel like he could have been a bit better. The dynamics could have been a little bit better. But yeah, pretty good. I'm gonna give structure. I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him a 13. Originality, I'm gonna give him I'm gonna give him a 9. Yeah, I'm gonna give him the cleanness. I'm gonna give him a 13.5, and I'm gonna give the originality a 7. So 42.5. So that takes the first spot right now, which is pretty nice. So next up we got Jeg from. Let me just pull this wild card up. Why can I not? Oh, found it. All right. All right. Let me just pull the Jag wild card up. Beta cheese. From
Hit him with the watch it with it. No way.
Guys, mas bola from Malaysia. This is my walkout for.
That was a pretty good wild card. I don't think he really had any mistakes, but I think in some times where like some things just didn't fit. I think everything went to his plan, but in some scenarios it really didn't work out for something. But I think it was a good wild card. It had good cleanliness and it had a good amount of technicality as well.
Yeah, I feel like Tempo could have been a little bit. I'm not that sure on the originality because the inward double voice thing, the inward and the double voice kind of sounds like Den combined with a little bit ZVD. You know, sounds like he's doing. I can't really do that high, but yeah, the sound. So structure is really good. I'm gonna give I'm not gonna rank it high, but I'm gonna give him a 12.5. Technicality, I'll give him a 13. Cleanliness, I'm gonna give him 11.5. And originality, I'm gonna give him 5.75. Mainly because I do like it, but at the same time, I feel like there are parts. Actually, no, I'm gonna give him 4.75. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of parts that could be original, but at the same time, he has original parts in his wild card too. So, you know. So 41.75 is it's not that bad. I think that would mean he would be 1, 2, 3. He would be fourth right now. He'd make him fourth. Next up on my list, we have JSU. Honestly, in my opinion, JSU is a really big new upcomer in the scene. We heard him from the Beatbox Paradise thing. So, yeah. And my dog's barking. So let's just get started.
Hello, my name is Jesus. I'm from Argentina, and this is my Incredibox wildcard tournament 2023. Falling, Angels calling. I don't know who I might. In your mind. In your mind. Fallen.
Yeah. I think there were a little bit of things that I didn't really find to be like. I think there was a little bit of problems in some cases, but for the most part, it was pretty good technicality. Really, really nice to me. I don't really know, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel like with JSU, he's really technical. It's a really good thing. He's really nice and tech, but I feel like he does need to work a lot on the tempo and the structure. Yeah. But he's really original too. So structure wise, I'm gonna give him a 12. Technicality, 13 and a half. Cleanness, I'm gonna add him with structure, so 12, and then I'm gonna give originality a 7.5. So he's damn, he's second. Yeah, he's second right now. He's taking the second spot right now. So we're gonna see. And now we got your boy K42. We gotta pull that shit up. Alright. Gonna do this shit. How confident are you with this wild card, man?
I don't know. I like it better than my old one, but also the rankings from the Beatbox Dungeon Championship kind of makes me think like I don't know that it wouldn't like the microphone that I'm using, the way I am doing it against how I usually did it. I thought that like maybe you wouldn't like it as much as the other. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, fair enough. Like D-Wayne gave you 38 points. So like then we have to add it up with mine, and then we can just see what we got. So yeah.
Oh, this is K42, and this is a better IBT number 3 wildcard. Let's go.
All right. That was a really nice wild card. What do you think about yourself?
You know what? For this one, I'll comment after you do your rankings. You know, because if you're
I'm
fine,
gonna do my rankings and then I'll tell you what I thought.
yeah.
Structure, I'm gonna give it 11. Actually, I'm gonna give it 11. I'm gonna give it an 11. So, I feel like with this one, I feel like it could have been a bit better with the tempo and other stuff, but I do think it wasn't that bad. I actually do think it wasn't that bad of a bunch of tempo mistakes. I actually do think that. Technicality, I'm gonna give you an 11.75. I feel like in some parts the tech could have been a bit stronger, but at that point, like, yeah. Cleanliness, I'm gonna give it a 10. I feel like the tempo could have been a little bit cleaner, but yeah, otherwise it was pretty good. Then originality, I'm gonna give you a 6.5. Pretty original. 39.25. That's not 39.25. So if we do the calculations, 38 plus 39.25, you would have 77.25 so far with me and D-Wings. So I mean, it's not bad. I mean, but now we get to the challenging ones. We have from the Philippines, we have the homie Light Mix. Light Mix is a really dangerous person to battle with. I wouldn't recommend battling with him ever unless you have a death wish. He's the first Beatbox Paradise champion, and then we got the third place because, yeah. But yeah, we got the homie Light Mix.
Light Mix from the Philippines, and this is my wild card for the Incredibox Beatbox tournament number 3.
Shit. In my mind, in my mind. So we down with the
Oh, that was a sick wild card. For the most part, it was pretty good. The only thing I can really think about to critique is before the first drop, he had two, I think an unnecessary detail right there. Like before the first drop, he had something that I think if he gotten rid of it would have been like peak wild card, but it was, other than that, it was really good.
Non-judging. Yeah, honestly, I think he just has to work a little bit more on tempo. Otherwise, I liked it. Structure. I would say 15. I think this is my first like higher score than 13. It's my first higher. Tech. I'm gonna say 13 and a half. Actually, no. 13.75. Cleanliness, 13. And then I'm going to say originality, I'm going to give it a 7. So 48.75. Light mix. So he's technically my first. Actually, no, I'm actually going to change it. I actually don't agree with that. I'm going to move it. Technicality 14. Cleanliness 13.75. And originality 8. So it's going to be 50.75. So yeah, it's gonna be my first place so far. Now we have from another Irishman. We have Laf Neely from Ireland. I think he competed in the last Incredibox, if I'm not mistaken. I totally forgot what he got. I think, did he get semifinal or like the top 8?
He got to semifinals and had to drop out.
Let's see if he actually gets to make it way for the semifinals in the top 16 this year. So let's hope for the best. So.
My name is Loughnneely. I'm from Ireland. This is my wildcard for the Incredibox tournament number 3. Flow. Hope you enjoyed.
What what's up?
I'm stuck with that outro, bro.
I don't know.
Honestly, I liked it. I loved it.
Pretty good wild card. I know that with Laffanelli sometimes with his beats they get cut a little short to go into something else or something. I don't know. At the end, I know that really kind of showed up because like you'd expect like at least like a clean closer at the end, but then it kind of cuts off too early, and I don't know. But then that's
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like the same thing. I really like the technicality in him. I like the build up with the hi hats. It was a really and the drums. It was a really nice thing. I really enjoyed it. Really original. I'm gonna say structure. I'm gonna say 14. Technicality 15. Cleanliness I would say 14 and 7.5 for the originality. So 50.5. So that's gonna be Rachmili's. It's not that bad. Now we got Quasar from the United States. So yeah, let's move on to Quasar. We have actually wait, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 wild cards left to go. We've been doing great. Right?
I have currently every day.
Yeah.
I would say he had some good technicality and some I'd say some alright structure. It was a little quiet and there were like some like problems where you kind of like tempo problems and some other stuff, but it wasn't too bad. It just, could have been a little louder. I think if it was a little louder it'd be a little better.
Yeah, I do. I also feel like not it kind of felt repetitive after like a little while. Um, but sometimes with technicality, that's a good thing. I feel like it's one of those half and half. I do feel like if it was louder, it would have changed this. I would say structure. I'm gonna give this 10. Technicality. I'm gonna give it a I'll give it 12. I'm gonna give the cleanliness. I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna give the originality a 6.5. So 37.5. So it's not bad. 37.5 is not bad. Next up, we got from Australia. So many Australians in this one. So yeah, we have Reaper.
Oh, this is Reaper, and this is my solo wildcard for the IBT. Here we go. Dragon Boy, weaken the force. Reinforce, strong in the
Whew. I think the big comment I'd like to make, is like his kicks and snares are like super quiet and like not super developed, so they kind of get kind of get covered. It's a little repetitive, and the cleanliness and tempo aren't really working there. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I like how he's trying. I mean, everyone starts at a different time, like different pace and different time. That's a really big thing. I do feel like when it comes to uh, his bass is really nice. That start bass is really nice, but I do agree that the tech sounds really quiet and muffled by the bass and the other stuff. Like the kick sounds like, and the kick just sounds. The snare doesn't really come out that well for me. Um, Personally, I would say uh, if you, I would say work on the technicality rather than new sounds first when you're growing your style, because I feel like for Reaper, he could be really big if he works on those things. But yeah, structure, I'm gonna give it 7. I'm gonna give technicality. I feel so harsh for doing this, but like I'm gonna give it a 4. Like I feel so bad, but like yeah, I'm gonna give it a. Actually, no, I'm gonna give it a 3 because I do feel like he needs to work on a lot of things. Cleanliness, I'm gonna give it a 6, and originality, I'm gonna give him a 5. So he has 21 points. Yeah. Honestly, I just say keep on going, keep practicing, and yeah. And plus, even if you don't make it in, like at least you're reserved. So if anyone has to drop out, I mean, there's a chance you could be in. You never know. So, yeah. Next up, we have Stir Up. So let's pull up Stir Up.
What's going on, guys? This is Stir from Australia, and this is my wildcard to the IBT Battles 2023. Let's go. Boot, 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 Stir up the
As I'm in the mid.
It was pretty good. I think what he really needs to work on is structure. Especially like to show at the beginning, it was kind of all over the place. Like he had some good tech, but it was kind of, you gotta have, tech and structure work really good together. And I think he had some good tech, but the structure wasn't really there.
Yeah. I really like that bass that he's using, the inward. I feel like he's really developed that into his style. I really like the combos that he's doing, but I do agree that he does need to work on the structure a lot to perfect it, to perfect a routine like that. So I feel like the structure needed work, but not to the point where he would lose like so many points. Personally, I'd say structure, I'm gonna give it an 11. Technicality, I'd give him 12.75. Cleanliness, I'd say I'm gonna give it a 12, and I'm gonna give the originality 6.5, meaning that he has 42.25. So yeah, that's gonna be him. I knew it was gonna be time, but we have the online under 18 vice world champion Storm. Yeah. I was still surprised when he made a wild card. I didn't think he would compete. So it's kind of crazy that he decided to compete. But yeah, let's get into it.
Hi, this is Storm from the USA, and this is my wild card for the IBT Battle 2023. Whoa, that storm is coming. Whoa, we will keep you running. Whoa, and they kept you crying. Whoa, and they kept you dying. The storm is coming. Jump with me.
Um, not much to expect. It's Storm, so it was obviously crazy. I've heard that routine a few times. I can say it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think everyone knows at this point what that routine is. Like, I mean, it's like he's like known for this routine. Um, I do feel like that makes it easier to judge a little bit harshly towards him because one, he does need to set expectations as a under 18 world champion. I mean, vice world champion. Um, so I'm gonna say structure. I really liked it. I like the placements a lot, but yeah, I mean, it could have been a little bit cleaner, like So I'm gonna give it a 15.5. Technicality, I would definitely make it. I'm gonna give it a 16. I'm gonna give it a 16. Yeah, I'm gonna give cleanliness 16, and I'm gonna give it 8 and a 75 for this one. So 56.25. Storm is my first place. Yeah. Um, yeah. Now we have the boy Tebbles. Boy Tebbles OP.
What's up? This is Pebbles OP, the smallest card for the IBT. Let's go. Monsters, how should I feel? Creatures lie here, looking through the window. Monsters, how should I feel? Creatures lie here, looking through the window. Monsters, how should I feel? Creatures here, looking through the window. Looking through the window. Looking through the window. Looking through my technical. Yep. 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 I don't know, just freestyle.
Oof. His structure and technicality was pretty good. Really didn't really recognize any mistakes, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I just like that part where he uses a click and as a type of like kick. I feel like that was really a nice idea and it really fit in and it was really a clean idea. So I'm gonna say structure. I'm gonna say 16. Tech 14.5. Cleanliness. I'm gonna say 15, and then I'm gonna say 8 for this one. I'm gonna say 8.75 for this one. So yeah, 54.25. That's my second place. Now we have 3 more wild cards. We have Thunder BBX.
What'd you give Tebbles?
I gave 54.25. Let's see who's next. We have Thunder. I can't find his wild card. Where the fuck is it? No. Oh, I found it. All right. Hold on. It's loading right now. It'll probably take a while because my internet shit. Hold on, Thunder. I gotta take out my sheet and honestly, so far from what I've heard, I'm really proud of everyone for making a wild card. It's been really good.
23 Incredibox Beatbox Championships wildcard. Enjoy. Love y'all.
I think everything worked well in that. I think his structure, his technicality, his cleanliness was pretty good. I think the only thing I didn't really like is the audio quality, because like I think like the background noise. But other than that, it was really good. I think you're still on mute.
Shit, I just realized I was on mute. Shit, my fault. Yeah, anyways, I was saying, we're gonna ignore the fact that I didn't have my thing unmuted. But yeah, Thunder is a really good beatboxer. I really like that bass he was using. I feel like it was a really original thing. I'd say a little bit more technicality, could have been like a little bit more tech. But yeah, structure was really nice. I'm gonna say 14. I'm gonna say 12. I'm gonna say 13, and I'm gonna say 6. So 45. Shit, I got a tie. I got a tie, so I'm gonna have to think about this. So JSU. Alright, I think JSU would take more points. So So JSU is gonna have 45.1, and Thunder is gonna have 45. So yeah, but we've been doing this for a while. We have 2 more wild cards. We got typical and user left, and then we're gonna talk about what we thought about all the wild cards we watched. And then I'm gonna put on my list, and I'm gonna talk a little bit, and yeah. So we have typical. All right, I just see that he's in a closet doing a wild card. Starting to think closet wild cards are a really big thing now.
My name is Typical, and this is my wild card for the Incredibox Beatbox battles of 2023. Let's get it.
Not bad. For the most part, pretty clean. I think there were times where things weren't working out, but for the most part, it was a pretty good wild card.
Yeah. I feel like the structure could have been a little bit better. I really think. Let me see. Originality 5.5, and then structure say 11. Tech I'm gonna say 12, and I'm gonna go 11.5 with this one. So 40 for typical. Wow, crazy! I just realized a lot of people got into like the 40s area of my rankings. That's, I mean, like 40 is like an average for me. Yeah. And then lastly, we have user. So users are going to be the last wild card for the Incredibox Beatbox. Let's get in it with the user.
Kill him with the kill him.
That was pretty good. Not gonna lie, I was kind of zoned out through half of it because I don't have to judge it. But for the parts that I heard, I think in the categories that are judged, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I do feel like the tempo could have been better in most of them, in some of it. And he's really technical. I think the only thing I would have to say is just work on your structure, because when it comes to being a technical beatboxer, you do need a structure. I mean, like, look at Alem. He's one of the most technical beatboxers in the world, and he works on structure a lot. So I'm gonna say structure 13. Tech, I'm gonna say 13 and a half. Well, I'm gonna say 12, and I'm gonna say 6. So that brings it 44.5, and we're done. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts about all the wild cards we watched?
Honestly, sick. Compared to the last time, compared to the summer Incredibox Beatbox tournament, there was first there was a lot more wild cards, and second it was just a lot of good beatboxers. I don't know, but the level is way bigger than the last one.
Yeah. So I'm working on the thing, and so these are my top 4 so far: Storm, Tebbles, Light Mix, Loft Neely, and then we're gonna work on our way there. So let's see. After Loft Neely, oh my god. Let's see. 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45. Oh well. Let's see. So it's gonna be Bullet, JSU, and then under BBX, user, and then it's going to be jargon. Shit. Jargon, stir up, bigger weapons, Jag, typical, you. And then 38, 37. Quasar, 36, 35, 34, 32. Gaps, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. Reaper. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Alright, I'm done. So these are going to be my rankings. I'm going to read them out loud. First place, Storm. Second, Tebbles. Third, Light Mix. Fourth, Lofneely. Fifth, Bullet. Sixth, JSU. Seventh, Thunder BX. Eighth, User. Ninth, Jargon. 10th, Stirrup. 11th, Bigger Weapons. 12th, Jeg. 13, Typical. 14, K42. 15, Quasar. 16, Jaffs. And 17th, Reaper. So, I mean, it's a very good list. I mean, so I'm actually curious. I want to see it. It'd be crazy to see how much, what Lucario brings.
He said he would.
Yeah.
He said he'd stream it as soon as he could. I hope that if when he streams it, that I'm gonna be awake so I can see if I can join him as well. Because I've been with you and I joined Dwayne as he was watching the loop wildcards, but
yeah. I mean, it's gonna be pretty dope. I mean, think about it. Like we have Storm. For me, Storm would be fourth, then fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. Bullet versus JSU would be good. 10th, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's not bad.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. Good luck to everyone. We have Lucario and Japs to finish up.
Yep.
Their rankings. And yeah, results will come out soon. Good luck to everyone in the battles. I will be judging the battles for both categories. K42 here will be judging the loot battles. Jas will be judging the loot battles. Dwayne and Lucario will be judging the solo battles. And yeah, imagine that. 17 plus 23 wild cards done in almost 2 hours.